Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Tony Harvin and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to this channel. Like and subscribe and leave your comments whether positive or negative. Much love and much prayers to everybody out there. Now, I'm here to share an experience, an event that just recently happened this past Saturday due to some situations here on social media itself, in which I wasn't really too much aware of, This past Saturday, Sunday, in between those 2 days, during the night, my vehicle was stolen, and I'm going to explain, the circumstances that happened, Now, I'm not looking for no sympathy. I'm not looking for no donations. No way. I'm just here more so of putting out a warning and things like that in general. So, Saturday night, I usually do my little security checks around my house and stuff like that. You got to check your doorknobs and make sure they lock, check your stove and all that other good stuff. Look out the window at your car, making sure everything is in place and copacetic, So I did that around the time I normally do it, so everything was cool. So Sunday morning, this past Sunday morning or whatever the case may be, I walks out the door and I see that my car is not there at all. Sometimes it kind of felt like, I was still, in dreamland, or did I park my car somewhere as though I forgot about, but I normally park my car in the same area. And I reside in Charlotte, North Carolina, originally from the state of New Jersey, Jersey City, which a lot of you know that. So I parked my car, which is a Kia Optimum, so it was not there. So it was reported stolen, and it was stolen. No towing companies had it within the police law enforcement system over here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So that was around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. The local police was called. Of course, they took forever. Took about 2 hours, and they got to call your insurance and things of that nature. The first and foremost, when situations like that happen, do not panic. Do not panic at all. That's me. Listen, I don't panic at all. It's just materialistic things that can be replaced. After calling the insurance company and things of that nature, I'm going to go into a video from my cell phone in which I recorded, the damages and things like that on how they got in, the broken window and how they got into the ignition, when the car was recovered, because the car was recovered within like 2 or 3 hours, just right around the corner at a gas station. Now, who would steal a car, right? Steal a car, drive it to the gas station and leave it there. At the time, like I said, I didn't know too much about some TikTok video in reference to juveniles stealing certain cars and things like that and what have you. But I'm going to show the video and then I'll come back to you guys with this video in reference to me concluding this situation in more detail. Here you go. Alright, so as I was stating, the car was taken from me around, not taken as in a carjacking, but as I was leaving early in the morning, I noticed my car wasn't here, but I'm going to speak about how I got it back. So what happened is, they broke the window, the back driver's side window, as y'all can see, the glass there and whatnot, and usually I do my checks at night, making sure my doors are locked, looking out the window of my car and things of that nature. Y'all can see the glass on the ground. So they got through here, the back window, and somebody informed me about some type of TikTok challenge or whatever the case may be. So they had to have, broken the window around between 10:30 and 11:45 because the Charlotte Police Department told me that the car got at the gas station around the corner from me, QT gas station, around 12 o'clock last night. He said it was some juveniles. So that TikTok challenge, whatever they're doing on the internet, it's actually a real thing, a true thing, and it's actually very easy to do. you know, if one knows what they're doing. So they took this part out right here. They took this part out, and me and the officer from the Charlotte Police Department, we kind of got it back in, and you can put the key in and turn it over for it to work. But of course, I might trade this in or give me a new car, whatever the case may be. And this is how they did it. So they take the cover off, or whatever the case may be, to certain cars like Kias or Hyundais or whatever they're talking about over the internet, you know, and they just take this out. They'll remove this, and they'll put like a USB cord or something, and it's like a little piece that you can turn, you know what I mean, on the inside, because I did it with my fingers. But I know if you have a certain thing to turn it, you can actually turn it, you know what I'm saying? So it just so happened that they had to go to the gas station because my car was left on E, you know, and thankfully it was, you know. So they just, you know, trashed the car a little bit, you know what I'm saying? They didn't take my change, you know what I'm saying? I guess they was looking for some big bucks, but no way. I ain't leaving no big bucks up in this car, you know what I mean? So, you know, I got me a little wheel lock, whatever, steering wheel lock and whatnot, and what have you. You know, it ain't no big thing. You know, it's not that serious. You know, if somebody, you know, steal your car, whatever the case may be, I didn't panic. Of course, you know, you want to ground and pound a person or people who's doing these type of things and whatnot. But, you know, you got to give it all to God for sure. You know what I mean? You definitely got to trust God. And, you know, they found the car within a couple of hours and whatnot. You know, I know some people's cars is still missing or whatever the case may be. You know, and much praise to them for sure, you know. All right. So, yeah. So, I'm not going to show y'all too much of the property or whatever. I ain't trying to get out of the way, you know. But I just had to show y'all, you know what I mean, you know, how they did it or whatever the case may be in cars. So, that was the video and things of that nature upon the damage and, you know, how they got in. You know, of course, it was just common sense that they broke the driver's side passenger window, and then that's how they got in from there. They took the cover off the ignition key area, and they ripped something with the plastic upon one of the wiring. What they do is they take the key ignition part out, and all you need is a USB cord to turn the switch in certain cars out there. You know what I mean? And this is a trend that I just learned recently that juveniles are doing, because ain't no real big shot, let's keep it real, ain't no real big shot who steal cars and things like that is stealing a Kia. You know, that was my main reason for getting the Kia, because I'm like, when I first got it before, I'm like, ain't nobody gonna take this. You know, people are more so looking at Benzes and Lexuses and, you know, and luxury type cars to take. Ain't no real person who's into stealing cars and stuff like that interested in no Kia. Not at all. So the car was recovered at the gas station, but prior to that, you know, I had walked up the strip over here at W.T. Harris Boulevard, you know what I mean, to go to a Metro PCS store for my phone or whatever the case may be. So I walked the opposite way where the car was at. You know, many of you want to know how did I feel. I'm pretty sure many of you want to know how I felt at the time. Of course, you're a little tight. Of course, you want to, you know, you want to shoe shine them, left hook, you know, and all that other stuff, you know. But speaking to the police officer, you know, Charlotte Police Department, real good people, you know, he stated that there was juveniles out there, you know, following this trend and things of that nature. And you could tell it was juveniles because my mirror, it was like turned all the way down, you know. So I'm like, wow. These actually was some little juveniles. I mean, nothing they took or anything. And it was a little bit, you know, important things in there. Just a little bit because I mistakenly left it in there. So just be on the lookout out there, everyone, of this little trend that's going on with these vehicles and what have you. You know, as far as like the damages and whatnot, you know, if you got good insurance and things like that, make sure you have good car insurance, not just liability. Have full coverage, for sure, but definitely be aware of your surroundings, you know what I mean? The Lord was definitely on their side, I would say that, you know, and I appreciate what the Lord has done for me, but the Lord was more so on their side, you know. So they just going out there, you know, breaking into people's vehicles in reference to some challenge. You know, these little kids ain't got nothing better to do but to follow some trend on TikTok. At the end of the day, that's a dangerous thing to do, because now you're putting your life in danger. Because people will hurt you or kill you in general over a situation like that. You know, you got to be careful, you know, when you're playing with people's things such as a vehicle and things of that nature. Now, me personally, materialistic things are just nothing, but if it was like a situation where as though I came out and seen that, then things would have been like real different. You know what I'm saying? Things would have been very, very different. I gotta be honest with you. You understand? you understand that? And listen, if Tony Harvin gotta defend himself, you know, I'm gonna do it. You know, it's no more Tony Harvin from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's Tony Harvin. It's Tony Harvin who got those hands, who got those legs, and who got the wrestling down pat and stuff like that. That I gotta get into play, not only for the safety of myself, but for the safety of others in this area. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Just be on the lookout for sure. Be for sure. Make sure you have everything intact. I learned that I had to get one of them steering wheel locks, a steering wheel lock, and back in the day I would have like a brake lock. So I got to get all that back and things like that. You know what I mean? In case something like this happens, I would recommend all those dealerships to create something like a key ignition lock, like a cover to try to, like, I don't know if it's out there, it could be, but I would recommend that in general. You know, for those folks, the KIA Boyz or whatever you want to call them. Listen, y'all got to be careful out there. Listen, everybody ain't nice. You understand that? Everybody is not nice. They don't care about no trend. You know, people is packing. People is packing Glock 17s, Glock 19s, you know what I mean? AKs, rifles, shotguns, and things of that nature. You know, so if you trigger somebody to do that to you because you tampering with their property, you know, you might lose your life over some TikTok game and things like that. What are these kids doing up 11, 12 at night, creating these mischiefs and things like that? Where is the parents? Where is the parents? And things like that. They don't have nothing better to do in general. You don't have some type, well, you should be in bed, honestly. You know, and the police officer told me that these kids not only did it to my car, but a lot of other people's cars. So they definitely looking for these little juveniles or whatever the case may be. Thanks be to God I didn't catch them, because I wasn't gonna wail on them. I was gonna get my belt. You understand that? I was gonna get my belt. But at the time, if Tony Harvin had to defend himself, yes, I would have defended myself, and I would have defended myself very well, you know, in general. All right? So you people be careful out there. You know, get all the right tools as far as like with your car insurance and things like that. You know, locks for your steering wheel, locks for your brakes, alarms, tinted windows. If you can get it, get the waiver. Get your tinted window waiver and things like that. Because that's what these people, that's what these juveniles are doing. They looking in your cars and things like that, seeing if they can go and take it. You know, they tap your car, see if you got an alarm and things like that. You know, so just be on the lookout. You know, so to the KIA Boyz, that's what they call them. KIA Boyz, whatever they want to call them, the KIA Boyz, the car thieves, the car stealers, or whatever the case may be. Listen, that stuff don't work here, man. You know, that stuff don't work here. Honestly, the Lord was on their side because I walked the other way. You know what I mean? I probably just missed them, you know? I probably just missed them, but I don't get how a person could take a car and go right around the corner to the gas station and just leave the car there. That's almost parallel to somebody breaking into your front window, sitting on your couch for 5 minutes, watching your TV, and just leaving, not taking nothing. That just don't make no sense. You understand? It just don't make no sense. This is the mind of certain kids out there. take a car just to go for a little joyride around the corner to the gas station and leave it there. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, for sure. But I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off. That's what happened to me this weekend. You know, they stole it. You know what I mean? And it was recovered, you know, quickly. You know what I mean? Quickly. Whether the police would have got him, I'm pretty sure my bank or the loan company, whatever the case may be, got a tracker on it. So they would have got caught either way. You know, it's better the cops catch him, honestly, than me. You understand? I gotta keep it real with you. I gotta keep it real. You understand? So I'm signing off. I'm Tony Harvin. To the KIA Boyz. I'm watching you as you watching me. You understand? For sure. Peace.